All right, so now there's another Makiwara option, actually described in your book. The what the hell was it?
I think it's the punishing art.
It was. I think it was that too, and also the one that was your revision of the fighting edge. When I have it
The
right
Violence
here.
Project.
Yeah, I have it here. It's thriving in bad places.
Oh.
Thriving
Okay.
in bad places. You talk about the door. I think both books talk about the utility of a door frame.
Yeah, usually you want one that's, if you're in a house, you're better off than these apartments because you'll have a lot more of a frame. You won't have to worry about damaging that much. But you can practice it for your past strikes, okay? And you're just practicing timing.
You got the cup palm, like
So
you said. Yeah.
I'm just practicing shifting my weight as I'm touching something. And I can practice ranging and measuring. And I'm not looking at it, okay? You can practice touching everything that you've got at different ranges just to develop your sense of time and measure when you're by yourself. I would do this for my break, like I would use the walk-in door when I work frozen food or dairy. So you could do a pass slap, okay? I'm off balance to throw this, so I'll practice it again. Pass slap, I did a better drag here, so now I got this, if I want this.
Yeah, obviously the footwork is important. You get the drag stuck.
Okay, and that's a safety.
Safety, right?
So,
My
coward
favorite
like
thing.
me, okay,
Yeah.
I definitely want hit this, turn, check.
Safety,
check.
yeah. It's
Okay,
like
so
a
that
door.
His
Opening
right
the
hand's
door.
way over here. I got him between me and that, okay?
Look at this.
Okay.
You have no excuse.
So this is a safety pivot when I go here. I'm going on my heel. There's no power here. I'm just using him
Oh
as
yeah,
a post.
trying to get
As this. This is just a safety. You know, this is something that you usually don't start to develop this type of stuff until you get old and worn out. But it can enable me to keep sparring with guys that I could never really fight because I can do stuff like that to keep from getting hurt and make myself mimic a guy that's maybe younger and quicker for their training, because I work with guys that don't have sparring partners. They might not have a gym in their area. So this is really a knife defense move here. If I know a knife is coming out, okay, and I'm just pushing off and running.
Yeah,
so,
right.
There's a referee named Draculich.
Dracula.
A really cool, tall, Transylvania-looking dude that was refereeing a fight between a very tall junior welterweight, like 143 pounder, and a little guy like me.
Good.
And the little guy was doing safety hooks and safety jabs. So he would just go here and like that. It almost looked like if a Wing Chun guy actually moved in something other than a straight line.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so it was pretty cool. But he was dealing with a dude that was like 6'2", 6'3". He was like 5'7".
Yeah, well, like, yeah. It's closer to that height than
So he wanted to put a hand on them cannonball shoulders because the other dude was a hard hitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, it's all about safety, right? Isn't that what they told us?
Yeah, and once you know you can take a punch, and you're not dealing with a dude that's going to start you, that's got that kind of power, then you can keep a hand down. The bare knuckle guys kept their hands down a lot because you don't want them to get hip control. You don't want to get a broken rib. You don't want to get the wind knocked out of you here. You don't want to take a liver shot, and particularly if a knife might come into play. So having one or both your hands down boxing is okay as long as you know how to get hit and you focus on looking at his chest.
Interesting.
So you can practice ranging and touching. I'm not even looking at it, okay? And then I'll look right here. I won't look up here to hit here. I'm still looking here, and I'll hit there. It keeps my chin down, and it keeps me appraised of what's going on with his arms and hips if I'm looking at his chest.
So it's almost like more like a wooden man. I mean, you could hit it for power, right? With like a Makiwara.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit this one for power. If Craig hit this thing for power, he'd knock it off.
Nice.
Okay, so this is a drag hook.
So it's more like tactile feeling, right? Interesting. So it's like a wooden dumb. It's like a Mook Jong.
Yeah.
A friggin' Mook.
So if you rent or live in like one of those big old frame houses, like Sensei Steve's house, you'd have like 6 to 8 inch boards on here that are stained or painted, and you know, I try to wash my hands before I do that against the house. They look like some dirty kid was all over it.
That's
Okay.
awesome. Look like the figure paranormal activity. All right, cool. All right, man. So that we show some cool stuff here. I think it's cool. It don't cost you nothing, or very little. Except your neighbor's like, what the hell are you doing up there? Nice. Cool.